hear myself through my headphones. Yes, man. Like, I feel real good about this right now.
Pay attention, because you are now listening to Permission to Speak Freely.
Step the, I went to Best Buy.
Shit. Stepping the game up.
Yeah, I went to Best Buy, so everything should be good now.
Nice. Well, I tell you this, man. I just want to say this off the top, man, because got on my nerves all weekend, man. Like last week, so I'm gonna come with Let's Lead right now, but we got a big ass chat going on. Why have San Diego done up the mask mandate again, man? Why are we talking about masks, man? It's about to be 2023, man. Why are we talking about masks? So once San Diego do it, we right behind them. The base. Like, you know what I'm saying? The base gonna be right behind them. And we supposed to be talking about, getting rid of this shit. And we here talking about fucking putting masks back on these days. I don't know what the hell going on. I just want to throw that out there, man. That was on my mind this morning, thinking about, that old fresh ass mask got to go dust off now, probably, man. You know what I'm saying?
So what you mean they up to the mandate?
Like in California, the San Diego mask notification alert, right? So they sent out this alert on the CDC in the community. This is a community thing that's in San Diego County, right? But normally, the base itself follows, kind of like follows San Diego, County a little bit. So if they do it, it never came out yet about it. They ain't told us to do it on the base yet, but San Diego County doing it, I'm assuming we're going to follow suit. I'll just think about that shit real quick, man. Like, why the hell we still talking about masks, man?
Right,
it's crazy.
Yeah. So, like, they making people wear them inside of establishments again or whatever?
I didn't read the whole thing. I just saw the. I ain't look at the message itself. It just said mandate alert came up. Hit your phones and all that type of shit.
Yeah,
what I mean, came up.
You ain't read it. You ain't read it.
Nah, I ain't trying to read it either, man. I hope it don't happen. I'm trying to ignore it.
So you just been in the house, like?
No, I'm not in San Diego County.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm asking you. Have you been in the house though? Like,
yeah, most of the time, yeah.
Because you recovering?
Yeah, man. I had a successful surgery, bro. You know what I mean, on my back, and I tell you, what? Well, it's just for everybody out there, man. I know everybody thinking about me, man. You know what I mean? I'm on everybody's minds this morning. You know what I mean? So I want everybody to know I had surgery on my back, a small procedure, and man, it went well. I mean, man, I'm talking about, bro. Time I get up out the bed, man, the doc was telling me, like first off, why the doctor trying to show me everything that came out my back, bro? For once, I ain't even woke up yet, man. My eyes still fluttering of waking up. Yeah. He was telling me, "Hey, successful surgery, man. I'm surprised you can walk." And he had my shit in a cup, bro, like a regular little cup.
Yeah.
All the stuff they took out my back, and I'm looking at it like, damn, bro, I don't really want to see all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was it? What they took?
It was like, it looked parts of the disc. So I'm assuming there's multiple discs. Because he was telling me like, hey, he found some other stuff he cleaned up in there. You know what I mean? Type stuff. So he showed me that stuff, man, and then he said, hey, you ready to go home? And I'm like, I'm just waking up. Like, I'm talking about just eyes open. And then the doctor, nurse, whoever that is, telling me like to get out the bed.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm thinking, dude, I just had back surgery, you know what I mean? But shit, bro, I got right on up out that bed, man. Stood up. I stood up and I said, okay. But they ended up I was like, okay, you can stand up, you good. You told me to take a couple steps or whatever, sit back down, and got the wheelchair and freaking pulled me around, man. It was just that quick. And I'm talking about instant, man, like the pressure and all that stuff was like gone, man. I still got some little bit of numbness and some weakness in the leg, but that's gonna come with. He said it'll go take a couple months for me to get all that stuff back. But he was like you should be feeling all that pressure and pain. Do all of it's gone, bro. The only thing now I feel like the sore from the scar. You know what I mean? The cut. In my back or whatever, bro. I'm like, I told him I'm about ready to hit that marathon soon, man. You know what I mean? About to get back in the fight, man. Back in the fight.
We that age, man. We that age, man.
Man. Going downhill, man.
Yeah, I saw one of the bros he posted on Facebook, man. He was in the ER, man. And somebody was like, "What happened?" Somebody was like, "What happened?" He was like, "I got out the car. I couldn't put no pressure on my feet, man." He was like, "Nothing happened. I just got out the car."
Bro, that's how it's happening, bro. Like I told you, I just got out the chair.
Yeah.
Just got the chair in my back. I'm like, what in the world? I'm assuming, like, I'm telling people right now, man, experience from me, man. This is my some experience, bro. Like, get yourself checked out because it's wear and tear now.
Yeah.
Then being in the Navy, we always on a go, and we never looking out for, especially on sea duty. It's a go. You never thinking about yourself. Never. Then when we go to shore duty, now we trying to chill and relax. We still not looking out for ourselves. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you can. But look, we reactive though, right? We reactive. When something happens, then we go get it checked out.
I got a complex though with medical, right? Like, because it's been times that I did go to medical or did go to a doc, and I ain't talking about every time, but and they like, especially medical, and they like don't do, like, I've been fighting for this MRI now for about 2 years, man.
Yeah,
so it's like, so I know, like, for instance, the next time I go to medical, they're gonna be like, yo, how come you didn't go to physical therapy? You know, and it's like, yo, the first day of my physical therapy, my best friend's brother, you know, passed away, and it was his funeral, you know, and I can't say that. And then I'm like, and I'm gonna be like, and I didn't want to come back to y'all and have y'all scold me, man. You know, like I'm a 6-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So I just ditched it. And it's like, you don't care about your knee. Like, I care. Like, I want, you know. So sometimes it is like sometimes it is like us, but sometimes, like, it's when it comes to medical things,
right?
Yeah, I think when it comes to medical things, like, people get, especially me, I don't like hassles about anything. Like, if I got a call and be put on hold for customer, like, that's just not my personality. But I'm really impatient, basically. But sometimes, like, when it comes to medical, man, people get discouraged quick. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They get discouraged super fast.
Yeah. So when you get ready to get ready to retire and stuff, hey, I'm sitting there. I'm on hold for I don't care how long. I'm there. I don't care.
Oh yeah.
Send me to medical. I'm sitting in there freaking it closed. I don't care no more. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get this stuff documented and stuff. So yeah, I feel you though. I mean, that's true though, man. Like that thing with the MRI thing, man. I had to go no shit. First, I had to do some self-care. Then I had to do physical therapy. Then I had to go see a doc. Dude, it was like four. I had to do like 4 things until I got the MRI. Yeah, until I got it.
Like the MRI is like the boss level.
Yeah, and then on top of that, the reason why I got the X-ray. Look, they wouldn't even give me the MRI, bro. I got the X-ray because I went to the ER. Yeah. And the ER just did an X-ray on me. So now I got some paperwork. Then I took that paperwork of the X-ray back to them, and like, because they show different images or whatever, right? The X-ray do. So, this looked like this. So we'll go ahead and get your MRI.
Yeah, you guys, like, you got to go through, and you going there asking for MRI. Like, can I get an MRI? Like, now you got to get the X-ray first. So I won't see nothing through the X-ray. Like, come on, man, there's something wrong with me. Like, I know what it is.
Most definitely, bro.
I went on WebMD. like I went on Google.
I looked at
all the symptoms match.
I know I'm fucked up, bro.
But I be doing my own self-diagnosis. Like, yo, I got trichondifiosis. Like, I got trichondifiosis. I'm telling y'all. I got a scratch in my neck. So that don't mean that. It's like, come on, man.
Bro. Anything happen to me or Ella, boy, we be on that damn website, boy. We be looking, man, like, what is that? What is that?
Like, I did half your job. All you gotta do is get me that in my ride now, man. I did half the job.
That's it, bro.
Everywhere else we go, we could do half the job. You go to the grocery store, you could do self-checkout. You can check your own shit out. That's half the job right there, man.
Bro, we ain't asking for much, man. You know what I'm saying? Just give me this
MRIs, man. Hey, so this is it, man. This is the last day of the year, bro.
Yeah. And we didn't even know if we're going to do this. We didn't know how, the surgery was going to go. We didn't know this. We didn't know we was going to get another episode in. But guess what? We got another episode in, man. It's the last one, man. Last one of the year. 2022 about to be in the rearview mirror, bro.
2022 ran away from our 2020 asses. 2022 wasn't trying to catch COVID, bro. It got out of here, man.
Fast, bro. Real quick, man.
Like, these last couple months went by like crazy. I'm looking at orders already, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at orders, and if it's a listener that's been listening to us since we started, y'all like, man, like he just checked in. Like,
I
like
know,
I'm looking
right?
at orders already, man.
Yeah,
Like I'm about to
bro.
leave.
Yeah, man. And you know, then on top of that, I think you guys put your package in soon too, right?
Well, nah, like I'm putting my package in for next year though. Like not this year and for next year. So
Okay.
I gotta put it in soon. Like people be
Yeah.
trying to come last minute with their announcements, and I give it. I'm gonna give it a long enough runway. You know, talk to people,
Yeah.
get all the training I could get, do the PQS as close to the right way that I could do.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's a
whatever.
lot of shit. I got you. But yeah,
it's
man,
a whole lot.
22, man, it's crazy, man. We got a lot of shit. We got, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm thinking back right now of 22, man. 22 may have been like the fastest year, man. Like for real, like one of the fastest years to go by.
And it's like a filler year to me, man. It's a filler year. You know how you listen to an album, they got like the filler track. Like it was just, or like Marvel make like a movie. It is like one movie. It really was just made for the next movie. Like that's what I feel like 2022 was. Like 2020, what year was it? Was it 2020 or 2021 that was just crazy, like the worst year? Like 2020, right?
I think 20 was crazy.
Yeah, so 2020 was crazy. 2021 was weird. 2022 is like just the bridge between, man. Yeah. It's that third movie that's just not the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 21 though, man. Like I was thinking of 21, man, and they was giving out a lot of money in 21, bro. You know what I mean? All the COVID shit. They was I was thinking about this. They was handing out a lot of money. 20 was crazy. You was kind of
20 was so bad. 20 was so bad. It made us start the pod. Like that's how bad 20 was.
20 was crazy, bro. I remember, hey man, you guys. I know we talking about this, man, but 20 had us. I mean, think about this for a second, man. 20 had me and Damo doing a pod. We sitting in my kitchen, and we got a freaking divider up.
Yeah.
In the house, bro. We got a divider up in the house trying to do a pod, bro.
We had them up in the cheese mess, yo. We had them up in the mess. Like around, like on the mess stacks. We had like the dividers up, man, the plastic. Like, where do they all go? I was trying to take one from the shit for the podcast. Supply. Like, supply be trying to be funny. Like, y'all know y'all not gonna use fraud, waste, and abuse. Like, y'all know y'all not about
and we ain't turning that shit back in. What they gonna have that shit in some corner somewhere? We turn this shit back in too. I don't know. Turn it in us. We don't want it.
It's trash. It's trash. Yeah, every time, like, it's different. The Navy, like, the seller is different, than the civilians, right? I don't want to implicate nobody, but I was talking to a civilian. I'm like, I just, it's some stock. And I'm like, I just didn't know, like, we could just throw this kind of stuff away. Civilian was like, just take it down to the dumpster. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't. It's just sitting in the stock room.
And they don't be knowing, bro, that's all we need. It's confirmation. Just let me know that, okay, that's all you need to say. What's your name, your badge number, your number?
That's like when the seller called me and they be like, hey, senior, I just want to get your, thoughts on something. Like, what you think? Like, I'm planning on, like, not working such a. I'm like, yo, come on, you just want me to say, don't do it. So if some shit go down, you can be like, I talked to senior. He told me, I ain't doing that, man.
Hey, they always be trying to get me like that. I was like, hey, nope, I'm not saying that. This is
so what thoughts. You been up to, man? What you been up to outside of recovering? Nothing? Just chilling?
Bro, I've been chilling, man. I'm going to come lesson leave right now, man, to January the 20th, man. So I've been going to, like, my son got some, tournaments and games and basketball and things like that.
Yeah.
And just now, this week, start hitting a couple of them up because I can walk, you know what I'm saying? So I'm walking up in there, checking that out. But yeah, man, like, I've been chilling. Everybody been telling me to relax, don't do nothing. I'm still trying to do watch things. We got that. Don't worry about that. Just chill. You know me, I can't just sit and do nothing, man. But one thing, the convalescent paperwork got on there, man, walking, man. So I've been walking like a mile. You know what I mean? It said like 30 minutes or whatever. So when I walk that mile, it's damn near 30 minutes or whatever. So that's all I've been doing, man. But my leg is still weak though. So it's kind of struggle, but I get it out there, man. They say do it. I'm trying to do it. I gotta get this thing back healthy, man.
Yeah. Wasn't a mile-long walk your form of workout before you
Nah,
worked
bro.
too?
No, bro.
Why you answering so fast? Like, what you thought? Like I'm disrespecting you? Like,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, disrespectful, man.
Hey, so look, like just thinking about this convalescently made me think, man. Back when I was on shore duty, we had one of the women at the command. She called out. She called it like she was sick, so she called the command, said she was sick, SIQ, and then like later on, the next day, somebody came in with a video of her at a concert. You know what I mean?
With their Facebook page, bro.
And it's like this, man. Like, and I guess they was her friend. So my question for you is like, was that hate? Like, was that hate, or were they being a good seller, man?
Big time. But let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. In my convalescent paperwork, and I read this shit, bro. It said in there like the first 2 weeks, kind of relax and chill, and said, and if you want to go out of town, after 2 weeks, you can go out of town on your convalescent leave. I didn't know it said that. When I read it, it said that shit in there. Yeah. Maybe they didn't say I can go to concerts and shit, but it said if you want to go out of town and travel or something, after the first 2 weeks, you can. I was like, damn.
Man, that's what's
cover,
up.
Yeah.
That's what's
cover
up.
me. You know what I'm saying? Thank you.
That's what's up, man.
Thank you.
Free leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So speaking of, no, hold on, before I even, so we got some funny topics, a couple funny topics, some regular topics. We're not going to be here that long. We know it's your New Year's Eve, but we did want to show up, say hi, tell us, we miss y'all. And we will have video this episode. Like, well, if you a YouTube viewer, we have video. So, Damon, you want to get into like why we didn't have video for the last episode, or you just want me to keep going?
No. I'll talk about it a little bit, man. So we ain't have video this time, man, because I got this like dumbo talk me into getting this expensive ass camera, man. So matter of fact, let's go a little bit further, man. So I first, I want to get this camera so I can have like my own feed, whatever to send the dumbo so he can edit it and do all this great stuff. But I bought this cheap ass camera. It was like maybe $1.50 if cheaper, like $1.50. But only thing Dumbo expressed to me, Dumbo expressed to me 4K. So I think I heard it was 4K, right? So I bought this thing. It had 4K on the side of it. It was a little big 4K, so it was kind of looking a little crazy. It was kind of big 4K on it, but I got it. Man, I recorded myself. This shit came out in like 20 different fucking slides of our whole thing. Like that shit ain't gonna work, right? So finally, Ella went there and bought me this expensive ass Sony 4K camera or whatever, right? So I get it. No, I'm not a camera guy or whatever. So when I get it, I do the first episode last week on it. And I'm looking back at it. I said, oh shit, it looked pretty good. And then something popped up when I tried to download it. It popped up. It said, you need to format it. And I hit the format. And after it said format, it says you have lost everything on it. So now I had nothing. So everything I had recorded is gone. Yeah. So that's what happened, guys. So I apologize. That's what happened to the video.
I got two rebuttals.
And hold on, one more thing. And then on top of that, I found out that what we normally record on, it was only showing my chin. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the hell was going on.
It was a wild view.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. But yeah,
so I got
what you got,
two,
man?
Well, two rebuttals. My first rebuttal is in a form of a question because I could be wrong. Did I send you a picture of the camera when I gave you a suggestion?
Yeah, okay, yeah. But bro,
all right,
yeah.
So, all right, that's the first rebuttal. Right? So here's the second rebuttal, right? If the world, and I'm only saying this because you brought the world in when you said this. You said, yo, world, check it out, right? The world knows that you not about to find a 4K camera for $150. Like a good camera for $150, man.
Yeah. But you,
Like,
but you did. I'm thinking the camera you showed me, like, this camera costs like almost $1,000. You
yes,
told
it's a
me.
camera. It's a camera.
You told me about $300 or $400 you'll find it, and I'm like, oh shit, I
Yeah,
found one
you
for
can find a
150.
good one for
I found it for
500, man.
150, bro.
Yeah, that ain't, you can't bargain by a camera, man. When I saw it, man, I was so hurt, man. When I saw that camera, I couldn't say nothing, man. Like, I was
Yes
hurt,
you did.
man.
Yes you did. Yes you did. Yes you did. You said, bro, I ain't never seen that brand before.
I was hurt, man. I'm like, man, this, I went to school for this, man. You can't,
Man, that was
why they
funny.
even make that, man?
Bro, you say I ain't never seen that brand before, but it might work.
Yeah. 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 All right. Hey, let me tell you what I'm filling in for my CMC right now.
Yeah.
And he's a region CMC. So the way he did it was I'm filling in with the staff. So I'm filling in with our command, like our people, our sellers. It's another CMC of one of his other CMCs in the region is filling in for region type, task and roles.
Yeah.
Now he was on leave for a little bit, so I've actually been filling in just both roles.
Yeah.
So during the time that he was on leave, I just kind of assumed the CMC's office where he works just in case any phone calls came or anything like that. I'm moving out next week. I'll be back in my regular office next week, have the runway open for the other CMC to come and go as he pleases. And plus, I didn't get any phone calls. It's like they know CMC's gone. they don't need me for anything, right? And plus, it's been a short week. Just nobody really want to have too many issues and stuff like that. So just closing out a bunch of stuff, and I got a bunch of turnover items and stuff that I'm trying to do to make sure that our CMC is good. It's crazy because our region CMC and our installation CMC left within a day, a period of a day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be interesting next year with like the chief season because we're going to have a brand new region and a brand new installation CMC. But I'll say this, it's been like smooth sailing the whole time, right? So I'm in there, 2-star admiral, we got chief of staff, chief over there, we got flag aides, flag secs, all types. But first day, so we go to this anti-terrorism brief with all of the and I can't really talk about the brief, because there's some stuff in there that's like secret, but it was like security, high security stuff, and it's all of like the COs of every installation is there, right? And man, the first thing I'll say is this: for COs, young sellers would be surprised about how close to the ground some of these COs ears are, in there, like what they see, like they see everything, they know a whole lot. And they want to do stuff, right? But it's a lot of yellow tape for a lot of different reasons. And we talking about going all, I work in the DC area. So, and it's the Navy. So we talk about going all the way up to government. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to get things due to funding, due to other things. But a lot of these commanding officers, I really commend them because a lot of them really know what's going on and they want to do things. And it's like, damn, even at this level, it's hard to do certain stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I'll also say this, and some of these conversations that we were having is what's going to make me say what I'm about to say. We're a reactive force still. Like we are a very reactive force. We don't think to change things until something happens. A lot of times, right? And I can't go too deep into that, but like with security, like we changed a whole lot of what we do after the Cole, right? We talked about that in one of our episodes. Like the Cole made some decisions about how to proceed. But if somebody came in now with some foresight, like, hey, we should start drilling like this because in the future this could happen, we probably won't listen to them. Because it didn't happen yet. So it's like, what we building these packages off? Why do it? It's some things that we should be thinking about like beforehand so we could be prepared for it, right? And that's some of the stuff that, the conversations that we have, like that we were having with the COs. They talking about like protecting like high security, like valuable, like things that the Navy like has, like whether that be like buildings, commands, different memorial. Like they just talk about protecting things, and it's like, hey, did we think about this yet? Did we think about this yet? Stuff like that. The last thing I'll say is this: I'm not a coffee guy, right? Like not a coffee guy. I pre-workout stuff like that. I understand why people drink coffee. Because so the whole part I was talking about the CEOs, that's like the second half of the brief. The first half of the brief was like the process and how they came up with numbers and all this stuff. So this is my first day back to work, my first brief with the Admiral acting as a CMC. Bro, I dozed off in there, man. I was dozing off in there,
But
man.
you know what? We used to be the ones that used to be looking across the table and watching the CMCs and XOs doze a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, dude, sleeping here. And now we in those roles, and now we
dozing off, why? Carrying on the legacy.
I know why they
bro. I stood up, right? Look, I did everything, man. I'm one of them. Like I'm a person that's trying to do the right thing. I stood up for a little bit. Thought I was good. I sat back down, man. In like 2 seconds, I look over. It's a lieutenant commander. She's looking at me like, and she got like a little smirk, like this guy. Now now they got me acting as a CMC. Like that's like a good thing. Now I'm dozing off at briefs already. Like who is this guy, man? This replacement.
He already in the role. He's already in the role. The normal CMC doze off, and now his replacement that came in.
I don't think I don't think he ever doze off, man. He always got energy, right?
He's
but
on
me,
the grind, right?
Bro, and it's I'm coming off the vacation, but all of that, right? Yeah. So it's like, man, I'm ready for that brief again. I'm gonna kick that brief ass this time. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to kick that brief ass, bro. But so after that, I ain't doze off again. But bro, I dozed off. I was hurting bad up in there, man. And so I talked to the officer after, I'm like, hey man, like I saw you, kind of laugh at me in there, man. Like you can't be doing that. Like, and then she was like, yo, you can't be dozing off in the brief with the Admiral. Right? Like
she probably in her mind, she probably look at this motherfucker. 2-star Admiral.
Sorry, lazy senior chief, man. But after that, I was good. I was turned up every time, made sure I had some energy, some caffeine, and I was ready to go, man. I only sleep like 5 hours a night every night. Like I can't sleep longer than 5 hours a night. And I don't feel tired when I wake up. But like if I don't go to the gym in the morning, I drag through the day. Like my day is not the same, bro.
I'm the same way, bro. Did I hit that 6 or 7, 8 o'clock at night? If I ain't doing that active, bro, I be nodding off like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But I want to hit a little bit on that, what you said about the reactive force, though, man. Like, I was thinking about this shit, man. All the shit that we have going on when we, like, say, out to sea, we on ships and we doing all this different things, man. We trying to get all these drills done and all warfare areas and functional areas and all that, trying to do all this stuff. It's no way that we could be thinking about doing things, being proactive on a big level. Now, when I say proactive, yes, I can go into a training and say I need to put all these events in there. That's me being proactive on my level, right? But we talking about big Navy proactive. We don't have the time, the resources, nothing to be proactive. They're thinking about, okay, if my ship here, let's think about how many drills we're going to run outside the norm. No, outside the norm, now I got to cut back on my drills that we normally run in port or we normally run out to sea because we try to be proactive on trying to do other things. So a lot of that stuff, man, we just don't have the time. We don't have to do it. I'm with you though, man. We most definitely are reactive, and I don't know how we can be a proactive, man. We can be proactive on a lower level. You know what I mean? Like divisional level, departmental level, we could probably be proactive on some stuff we want to do. And when I say proactive, I'm talking about like small stuff, like having your evals ready. You know what I mean? Things like that. I'm not talking about on like big Navy proactive. I don't think we can be.
So we got to consider things, right? So I was listening to this podcast. It's called The 1MC, right? I was listening to a podcast called The 1MC.
Yeah, I saw it. It came up on my feed too.
Yeah. So shout out to them over there. I thought they had 2 hosts, and I'm still getting into it, but it was a good episode. He was interviewing like 2 Master Chiefs, And somebody brought up, and I got to do more research into it, y'all. So don't hold me to, as anything factual here, but it's just something that one of them had brought up. I think it was this podcast, but somebody had brought up that before Pearl Harbor, like one of the commanders had bought, it was either on that podcast or this book I'm reading, so I might be confused. But I think it's the book, but before Pearl Harbor, one of the commanders threw out like a drill, like that we should drill on an aerial attack, like a major aerial attack. Like we should do drills on this major aerial attack. I just realized if it was the book, I just shouted out the podcast for nothing. But hey, shout out y'all. Shout out to y'all. But we should do a drill for major aerial attack. And it got tossed out. Like, it's like, nah, we good. Like, it ain't happening. Like, it sounds good. It's a good idea, but nah, it's cool. It's like, damn, like we need to think about these things. You know what I mean? Because these things can happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. Like, we got bases in the Navy that like are really exposed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got bases that's like, when I was working at the Naval Academy was exposed. Like every now and then we had to tell people that they couldn't be in the basin. Like, yo, you can't be over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how crazy that is to say on a podcast, but it's a fact. It's like a known fact. Like that area was like open. Like you got to get like sailors out of there. I mean, fishermen out of there, and whoever was out, like, yo, y'all can't just be out here like this.
Yeah.
So that's a crazy thing, man. But I do want to tell everybody that it is the new year and get them logs right, man. Like don't be writing 2022 on them logs, man. You know what I'm saying? It's 2023. Yeah, don't be writing 2022.
And like depends on, who it is and who's running the show. But we ain't one line in initial in that date either. Tell you that right now.
Yeah.
You going back and redo them logs, bro.
You never did that? You never one line initial the date?
See, it's a difference. Like we talking about the beginning of the year. We talked about it all day and night. You know what I'm saying? We done brung it up 100 times, and I'm gonna put it out ahead of time that hey, if somebody messed this date up, not all doing things because you can one line initial. I mean, we can do that. I think we should do like a certain number on there. Like if we get to like 3 or 4, whatever number it was, we'll tell you to redo the log. But if you messed this one up though, because we talked about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got an example one for you right here. Here go the example on how you're gonna do this first log right here in your face. So, you still jacked up.
Hey, so like I don't know about everybody else, but like, why am I the guy that could be at a command for 3 to 5 years and still look at the template every time I do the bed entry? Like I never commit that shit to memory ever. Like,
bro, I know why I do it. Cause I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm a damage control man. Like them guys in the GSs and all that stuff, man, that's kind of like their lifestyle, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm a DC. I always break that template. Do I damn near break the template on everything?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to have to go back and redo it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't want to go back and redo it. Then you know how it gets to like, yeah, he a DC man, blah, blah, we'll redo it for him. No, I want you to redo nothing for me.
Oh, you got like a complex? You got like a DC?
I want to do it the right way. That's how they do, man. Like I know I know how they do. So.
Do you a favor, do the DC with a favor, man. Yeah. They don't care about our stuff like we do. So here's a question though. How long, like when you got that med watch, right? How long it normally, what's your process? Like how long it normally take you to get them logs done and all that? Like what's your process? Because you got the fuel. We engineers, y'all. So you got
a lot of logs.
The
so
draft report.
The draft report. I don't worry about it too much. We normally on my watch we didn't work because what I do is because depending on what's our hours are too. We getting off at midnight or we taking it at midnight or if it's at 2, whatever the case would be.
10 to 2, 22 to 2.
Okay. Oh yeah. So if I got the 10 to 2, I'm gonna make my guy do the draft report. You know what I mean? Like normally I have him do it. So I'm trying to get all these logs ready to go. So, okay. So I'm going to have the mid-entry probably already done, hopefully. Right?
Like when you take the watch, you start your mid-entry?
But I'm already got it at 10 though. Right? So I got it at 10. So I'm going to try to have it before no, you know what, man? I take this back. Let me tell a lie up here. I had my pack already get that mid-entry going. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
talking about
So-
duty section. I'm talking about import duty section.
Oh shit. How did that process go, man? Because I didn't.
I'm talking
no.
about junior seller, not you being all senior and having other people do everything for you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when you was a junior seller, instead of top watch.
Okay, I got you now. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't do the draft report at that time though. We did draft report in the morning import, but I did the mid entry. Man, I did that thing early. I did probably like a little fucking 2,300 probably, man. Like try to get it. I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm trying to get it. So I had it sitting there. So if I got the watch, I do it closer to midnight or whatever. But if I don't have the watch, I'm gonna go ahead and then write that thing up, have it ready to go for turnover for them, right? And then the right after that, I'm getting up in the morning looking at the fuel. But if I got the watch, I already do it all there. You know, your LOVM folk.
I don't understand. I don't even understand your process. But I'm trying to process your process.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I was on mad ships, so I was on LCS. LCS, you doing everything. like you doing everything. Like you jacking the you jacking the shafts on the generator. Like you doing everything. Like you got fuel and water. You got you gotta go do your tanks. What's all the reports, man? The mid entry.
They do, but see, that's the thing though. See, even I never did all that stuff.
Yeah,
I was in charge of getting it. Like, see the fuel and water report. That shit was already printed out for me, right? Fuel and water report already printed out from an oil king. We always have an oil king.
Yeah, like section. Oil king. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? On LCS, you the oil king. Like on LCS, you're the oil king.
All the ships I've been on, you know what I'm saying? I always had a lot of that stuff already.
Yeah. So I mean, it felt good coming back to a DDG and knowing that, you know. But normally, even on like a DDG or something, the moment I get down there, I'm making sure I got like fresh paper. Like I'm making sure I got like the moment I like 2,200. Soon as like the person I relieve leave, I'm like, all right, let me make sure I'm good to go. Let me put in whatever, because it take me a long time. I write real small. Like it's, a bunch of stuff. So I'm like, let me make sure I'm good to go for, the turnover of the day.
We're on this conversation right now, and I know some of the hardcore engineers out there probably know the right answer to this, but I don't care, right? I don't care right now. And I'm gonna say this, man, because I had this I think it was a captain, man, like he wasn't talking to me, but he got in one of the guys' ass about, he was an inspector. And they had
I know what you're about to say.
And they had like a little dummy log.
Yeah, I think I know what you're about to say. Can I say what I think you're about to say just to see if I know?
Go ahead. Yeah.
0000 or 0001?
Oh, no. Oh, not that. But that's another shit I would give a fuck about either. But so he was writing down say the times and and what the log get out. He didn't write it right in the log. He had like a little dummy log out to the side, like writing shit down on there. And it was this big thing about him doing that. Right. And I never like got the concept of that, man. Like, why you can't just write the times and shit down? You know what I mean? So you know what you got to write in, because you got several things going on, especially when you like got drills or you got something you trying to put in, a lot of shit going on. Why the hell? Somebody help me out with this. Or maybe you can help me out with this, Dumbo. Why the hell we can't write that shit down and then log it? Once we got, like, you know what I'm saying, write the times down real quick, saying, okay, start suction, blah, 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 or stop this and blah, blah, or start at this, blah, blah, and write the times down. So when you write on the log, you got everything good to go instead of you trying to, guess at it and all that stuff.
I think it's preferential. I think it's like, because somebody thinking like anything could happen in that time. Like an accident could happen, something could happen, somebody could call. Like, so it's preferential for them because it's like at some point you got to log something. So let's say you doing that, you doing a fuel transfer or something like that, and then while you doing it, something else happens.
Casualty happened.
Like like then what you going to have a different place where you logging all that stuff, and then eventually you got to consolidate all that stuff. So
well, you know what? Now when I think about it, I'm assuming that's probably the answer then, man. It's like, because those legal records or whatever, and you have an actual casualty. That's something they're gonna refer back to. So if I'm like doing a normal day and I'm logging stuff down, I'm writing shit over here, then an actual casualty happens, then you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want to go back and look at that. Then you can have your times all jacked up. So okay, I think I answered it. Thank you, man.
Hey,
You helped me out, man.
I've been in a lot of duty sections in my career. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give a special shout out to everybody out there that's in duty section 2 right now. You know, because we should be collapsed. So that's duty section 2 of 3. I say that because specifically this the duty section 5 crew that I'm shouting out, man. So uncollapsed is 5 or 6, but collapse, you know, I give y'all normal 2 people a little bit of props, but like shout out to everybody in duty section 2, man. You know, the most disrespected duty section in the Navy. You know, I'm part of that crew. We always get, you know, either Christmas Eve, New Year's Day, something like that, man. We done already had it on Thanksgiving. You know, y'all try to make me feel like a rectangle tray with some sweet potatoes and turkey is the best vibe that I could get. It's not. It's not. It's not, man.
Hey, COs and XO and CMC, because you guys come on board the ship, they don't make the meal great. Just so you guys know, man, it don't make it no better.
The foggy glass that such and such ran through the dragon, like that don't make my John good. We know the juices on the ships ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Nothing healthy about those juices. Nothing at all. With the bromine water. Juices with the bro. Don't do we like that, man. Section 2, man. Section 2 needs love, bro.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Section 3, man. Because, before you... No. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and finish your Section 2 love, man.
I was gonna say when Section 2, when we finally think that it's time to get a break, we go on deployment. Then it's 3-day liberties. How did Section 2 get caught up in the mix?
First day.
Every damn time. That's all. That's it. I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. Well, shout out to Section 2.
Section 3, man, we didn't care about all that stuff, man. We didn't care what section we was in. We didn't care what day it fell on. We just handled our business, man. So I'm going to give a shout to Section 3. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, man, I was on the ship for 5 years, man. I stayed in Section 3 the whole time, man.
Yeah.
I was Section 3 the whole entire time. Never got shifted for no BS or nothing, man. So Section 3, big shots out, man. You guys doing big things out there.
So you think, at a khaki level... This is actually a good conversation. No, this is a good conversation. So at a khaki level, you think a duty section trade is like a bad thing at a khaki level? If you get traded? A duty section trade,
because I know my people, I know who I got, and now I got to go deal with some other people. You know what I mean? I know the shortcomings. I know who's great. I know who's doing big things. I know who's trying to shine. I know who's trying to freaking... hide in the back, and I had to call him to the front. I know all these things about all these sailors, and now you want to trade me to somebody else? No, bro.
But does that say something bad?
I don't even like taking other duty sections, bro. Like somebody say, hey, man, you want to switch for me? I don't like doing that because I don't know your people. You know what I mean? Now I got to stay. If I switch duty section with you, now I got to stay on the quarterdeck.
Well, that's
I got to stay around that area because I don't know how
that's because you was privileged. You was privileged, though. You speaking from... a listener could be like, hey, he a DC, man. You speaking from the section leader point of view.
Yes, I am. Yeah, you're right.
Privileged, man.
Yeah, it's privileged.
I mean, it's the same thing, because you got to worry about your section leader. Like you said, if you're a section leader, you got to worry about your... your duty... what is it? The officer? What's the officer in the duty section?
Oh, CDO.
Your CDO, damn, it gets out. I ain't been on the ship in a while. Like your CDO, your duty department heads, like all of that. But like, this is what I'll say about it. Like, do you feel like? Well, this is what I ask about it. Do you feel like if you get swapped, though, also like it's bad on you? Like you're not valuable to like to like the duty section, so they like move you around.
Yeah, but that's facts, though, right? I mean, that's facts. Believe it or not, you are expendable. What they say, expendable.
Yeah,
whatever.
So you come through. Yeah, so man. you on your Kobe Bryant shit. Like, I've been on the same duty section the whole time I was at this command. Like, never traded.
Never traded. I always wanted. They always wanted me.
I remember, like, and then, like, if you're a chief, you do hear it. Like, your section leader come up to you like, yo, man, they talking about moving you to section 4 because you don't got your EDO qual yet, man. like we need an EDO in this section. Or then as soon as you get your qual, we need to move. Or if you're not that strong of an engineer, they gonna move you over there with the first class that know what he doing.
Yeah,
so you can have somebody to look at you.
I used to ask for that shit. Though. I remember when I was a chief, man, I was on the ship, man. I used to look in the duty section. I'm always talking or whatever, and I see like GSM1 or EN1 or one. No, I want him right there.
Oh yeah. No, give me the strong. Yeah, give me the strong first classes. Give me the strong first classes. And we eating salt and pepper wings. If we at Cali, we doing salt and pepper wings every week at duty.
Because I'm gonna look out for them. Because they looking out for me.
Oh yeah,
man.
yeah. Y'all got my back, man. Y'all got. I remember, I remember a couple bad moments with my section, man, and it hurt, man. It hurt. Like, yo, we supposed to be the A team, man. What y'all doing? You know what I mean? Those moments hurt. But yeah, I love duty. And I hate duty at the same time. I love it and I hate it at the same time, man. Especially turnover. I hate turnover.
Yeah.
Turnover is the worst part of all this shit. Because if your engineer, your guys ain't up there, of course, right? Dude, your section ain't up there.
To be honest with you, man, that's probably the worst time of duty. And then for me being an engineer and being section leader, bro, when they calling these names out, man, and every freaking time, most of all the engineers not there. I don't care about it. Then you don't really think about it as much though when you like an EDO.
Yeah.
You kind of like making up shit for him or whatever. He doing this, he doing it. When you become the section leader, then all the rest of these fucking departments here, and you're an engineer, and all the engineers ain't there.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing.
One time I was like this. I was like, you know what? Wait a minute. I'll be back. And I went to CCS, man. I got that mad one day. Sometimes you catch me in that, they catch me in that moment, man. I'm like, I'm mad now. So I go down there, man. Hey, pass the word. I need all the engineers up on the freaking flight deck, right down, all this type of shit, right? They catch me that bad day, man. I had to get them.
It's the Navy though, so it's all like perception based, right? Because it's like you could care less, right? Like you really don't care. Like, but it's like
because the CDO and all the rest of them, they know the engineers probably down in the pit. They down doing this. They down trying to get these logs together. Blah blah blah. So they ain't as worried as I am, but I know what they doing. They still in their rack.
Yeah, they sleep.
I know.
Yeah, so then you like, yo, y'all got us looking like this out here. Like, it's all perception based. That's crazy. Yeah, all right, let's get into this though, man. Like speaking of leading your people or whatever. First off, I was at I forgot, a Shake Shack, right? And I thought Shake Shacks had good reputations and stuff. And I told my wife, I'm like, yo, I hate it when places with good reps like kind of get that bad luck and like get into like a neighborhood and like it's just bad. Like it's just not right. I hate when people bring down establishments that got good reputations. That's how I felt at Shake Shack yesterday, right? I was at Shake Shack yesterday. It was about like it was about to be a fight in there, like everything, right? But today we not talk about Shake Shack. We talk about one of the best fast food restaurants in the country to me, right?
Yeah.
And that's Chick-Fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, what's up?
I've probably been to 2 bad Chick-fil-A's in my life, right? That's probably 2 out of 60, right? So I've probably been to 2 bad Chick-fil-A's in my life, right? So here we go, right? It says, the U.S. Department of Labor has fined the owner of a North Carolina Chick-fil-A.
North Carolina, what's good?
What'd you say?
Sorry about that, bro. No, I'll shout out North Carolina. Go ahead.
Oh, you shouted out North Carolina? North Cac? Why you shout out North Carolina?
Because what you about to read?
I thought maybe, maybe you had a little past history out there, right?
No.
So it says, the U.S. Department of Labor has fined the owner of North Carolina Chick-fil-A for paying employers in meals in lieu of wages. And this article says employers, Chris Williams, so you need to get that shit right. It should be employees, right? Mm-hmm. So the U.S. Department of Labor has fined the owner of a North Carolina Chick-fil-A for paying employees in meals in lieu of wages. Damn, dude. The department said Good Name 22, that's the whole name of the company or whatever, will have to pay back $6,450 in civil penalties plus $235 back to pay 7 employees. The owner was accused of allowing 3 underage employees to either operate, load, or unload a trash compactor, which violates federal child labor laws. Investigators also found that the owner paid certain employees who were asked to direct traffic and meal vouchers, another labor violation. And my man said, yo, if you go out there and handle the drive-thru, I would give you like the extra nuggets, like the extra nuggets. That's crazy. This says protecting the youngest workers continues to be top priority for the wage and hour division. Child labor laws ensure that when young people work, the work does not jeopardize their health, well-being, or educational opportunities. In addition, employees are responsible to pay workers for all the hours worked, and the payment must be made in cash or legal tender. In August 2022, a Chick-Fil-A was fined $12,478 for allowing several underage employees to work past 7 p.m. and more than 3 hours during school days. What's your thoughts on this, man?
But first, big shots out to child labor for holding it down, man. Because these motherfuckers work these little young kids to death out here, man. But my thoughts on it, man, like to tell you the truth, man, to be honest with you, man, if this would have been like a different restaurant that I may not like, I'd probably be more upset about it. But this Chick-fil-A, bro. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if I really mind.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Like, would you do?
I'll be like, I don't know. Shit, I might have came up with the idea.
Yeah, like, yo, I don't even need. Like,
hey, man, let me get that salmon. Let me get that black chicken salmon.
Like, what y'all paying? $750? But like, I don't even need $750. Just give me a spicy deluxe.
I go out there and handle all that traffic, man. I be sure I take all the blah, man. Let me get that sandwich for lunch and dinner, man. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Because I ain't bringing no lunch today. You know what I mean? Whatever, man. So you never know the situations, man. But it's against the rules, though. That's the biggest thing about it, man. You got child labor laws and all that stuff out there. Mm-hmm. You got to make sure you stay clear of. But I wouldn't be surprised, man, if the kids probably, brought this up. Because I'm telling you, I'm talking about my kids. They love Chick-fil-A, bro.
Yeah.
They love, every time we go out somewhere, go Chick-fil-A. You know what I mean? They love it. So I can see a little youngster being like, hey, you know what I mean? Just give me that meal voucher. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I take a meal voucher, whatever. But it's the way you do it, though, and the way you use it. And I think he used it in the wrong way, though, man. Like, when it comes to that, like, I know, like, the trash and the unloading and all that stuff, man, I can see that all day. The junior little guy, the youngster, we're going to let him do all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're going to make him do all this dirty shit and blah, 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 and all that stuff. So, big shots out of child labor being on top of that shit, man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming somebody probably called it in, but... Yeah, and that's abuse of power. That's no less abuse of power than, these guys that's at jobs taking advantage of like young women secretaries, or no less abuse of power than just, like somebody in a higher position having people that's, that's coming up in the ranks do things that they should not do, and promising them that they're going to get, other stuff in their ranks and stuff like that. So it's still abuse of power no matter what. So yeah, we joke about it, about, us grabbing Chick-fil-A and stuff like that. But it's definitely, this article actually made me want some Chick-fil-A today. But it's definitely abuse of power for sure. So we got to do better than that, man. That's not the way shit.
Definitely.
that ain't the way shit should go, man. I hear a lot of things about North Carolina, man.
Big shots out, man.
Hey, shout out to our boys, man. I got some like great friends in Carolina. Yo, what up, Carp? Like, don't tell me that. Hey, Carp. Hey, Carp, man. Don't tell me these are kind of things that's happening out there, man. Like somebody gotta. Hey, Carp is about to be like the person that answer for all my North Carolina shit, man. I gotta get with Carp, man. I'm ready to call him down. Yo, Carp, man, you about to have to answer for this one, man. It ain't no way this is happening. They paying people in Polynesian, man. Like they shouldn't be paying people in Polynesian out there, man. Hey, yo, talk to me about this seller, man. Talk to me about this seller,
man. So on this article, man, it's like, let me read it real quick though. It said a sailor based at Naval Station Mayport, big shots to Mayport, Duval County jail was charged in a video voyeurism, right? And at first, I didn't know what the fuck is voyeurism. What the fuck is that?
Voyeurism?
Right? Yeah, voyeurism. Yeah, that one. An arrest report that Michael Elias, 25, listed him as a flight crew member with the U.S. Navy. Oh, man. The report says Elias was caught recording people in the men's restroom at Home Depot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when the officers asked him why he was doing that, he said he said that it was to watch later for pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
The victim showed the officer the photo of the suspect pointing his camera into the stall. The officer said that When he confronted him, he admitted to doing it. The officer got permission from his cell phone and reported findings of other videos of people in the bathroom stalls that had been recorded, right? From the 4th to the 16th or whatever, right? So I'm looking at the guy right now, man. Like, so you got a picture of him right there, man. And yeah, he looked like a little bit off a little bit. But at the same time, man, I can't imagine though this type of stuff that's happening, man. And I say that because, man, they got all this stuff that going on. You using that something you can get in trouble for pleasure. Man, you can do so much. You can pay for so much stuff right now that you can get and do, right? That's legal. Why in the hell that you got to go out here and do some illegal shit? And then who goes to Home Depot to do this, man? Home Depot. I'm going there to find some wood. I'm going there to find some wire. Well, I guess he was.
Oh shit! Damn,
my bad. But I'm trying to find some screws.
I'm sorry. To the sophisticated listeners we got, man, the commanders and XOs and Master Chiefs out there. I'm sorry, y'all.
Sorry.
Sometimes these things write themselves, man.
I know, man. You wouldn't even try to do that, bro.
What would you go to Home Depot for, man?
Yeah, man, I'm going to Home Depot to find some light bulbs and shit, man. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to go drill a hole in a stall and try to put a camera or my camera. Some shit that's crazy. I mean, it seems like you doing so much work to even try to do this. You breaking so many rules to try to do this. It's crazy to me, man. So
yeah. Well, I mean, half of the rush for like people like this is that part, though. You know, it ain't just going on OnlyFans or Pornhub or wherever and watching Mike Dickus. You know, so was that dude named Dickus? But that's that the Army vet dude. But it ain't just going on like somewhere like that and like watching something that's easy for them. Like they want like half of the rush is like going somewhere that you're not supposed to go. And like I've been to Home Depots as well, you know, and I'm not gonna say the cream of the crop is there as far as looks. You know what I mean? Like Home Depot, the demographics of Home Depot it's a different demographic. You know, it's homeowners. Like it's different vibes at Home Depot, man. The last time I was at Home Depot, somebody asked me to buy him a $2 like I forgot what it was, but it was a strap. It was like a $2 strap, man. I'm like, Dag, this is the creed of people. You know what I'm saying? That's in this joint. But love my Home Depot, but I've been to Home Depots, so I'm like, you want to see somebody with a lumberjack shirt on, some jeans, and it's just a whole weird thing, right? Boom.
Yeah.
But these people get a kick out of this weirdness, man. It's some Jeffrey Dahmer type weird shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this, like the beginning stages, like where you starting to like take steps to do like really weird shit. This is where it starts. The first thing I thought about with all of this was, what could this same person have been doing this shit on a ship or something like that? You know, how many sailors might have, you know, been through this shit, and not even know? Like how many videos he got in here that like we don't even know about? You know what I mean? What should happen to people like this?
Oh, he most definitely got to go. I think he got to get admin stepped out of the Navy though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but okay, all right. I got you. Like that bothers me, right? You know, not the fact that you said that, but just the fact that that's a thing. It bothers me because, okay, that gets him out of the Navy. Yeah, okay. What happens? Like Jeffrey Dahmer was in the Navy and was admin set, but there's a few. You know, we talked about that earlier this year.
Yeah.
What should happen to a person like this though, in or out of the Navy?
I don't know, bro. First off, I think he needs help. I think he needs some counseling and things like that. I mean,
for sure.
And find out where it comes from, because believe it or not, man, a lot of this stuff comes from something. You know what I mean? Like it comes from something. You don't just wake up one day and just say, you know what, let me go drill some holes in this stall and put a camera in it. You don't just wake up like that. It's over time. It's something that's I don't know. Upbringing. I don't want to say it's upbringing because your family try to do the best they can. You know what I mean? But who knows, man? I I don't know, but he most definitely the counsel need to talk to somebody and like, why do you think this is a great idea? That's all I
Yeah.
want to know. Why do you think this is a great idea to go out there and do something like this? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So,
It's a lot of opportunities and in your route to Home Depot to say no.
Yeah.
There's a lot of opportunities like to say no at some point. Like, and you went through with everything, man. So yeah, these people need help. And I think like long-term help, I don't think a year, 8 months, a 6-month program or whatever, 12 sessions. Like, I think these people need help. Like, I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but I believe that these people need long-term help, assistance, guidance, and it's almost like you stopping something that could be really, really bad before it happens. And you got to monitor that, like a lot. Progress reports, like just a whole bunch of stuff, man. It's weird, man.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's crazy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? All right, for some sad news. So, when I was celebrating, I believe it was Christmas Day that I got this news. It might have been Christmas Eve, but one of my, a friend of mine texted me and he sent me a picture about SEAL Team 1 commander found dead in San Diego residence. So prayers to his family and rest well for him. But says commanding officer of SEAL Team 1, Commander Robert Ramirez III, was found dead in his San Diego County residence on December 19th. Navy officials say foul play is not suspected. Navy Special Warfare Command officials said in a statement Wednesday that foul play is not suspected to have played a role in the decorated officer's death. As of then, the investigation was still ongoing. He was an outstanding leader, a devoted husband and father, and a good friend. Devastating loss to the community and all who knew him. It says, we will remain in support of Bobby's family, friends, and teammates during this extremely difficult time. He enlisted in 1996 and was commissioned in 2004. So he went from enlisted to officer. He took command of SEAL Team 1 last month and arrived to the unit in June. He took command of SEAL Team 1. He took command of SEAL Team 1 last month and arrived to the unit in June, according to his releasable service record and command officials. His awards and decorations accrued nearly 27 years of service, include 5 Bronze Star medals, 2 with the Combat V device, denoting valor and acts of heroism. Now, this is the part, though, that, after this, right, it says Ramirez has 3 combat action ribbons and medals for the Iraq and Afghanistan campaigns, among many others. And this is the part that kind of, threw me for a loop. He is the second SEAL team commander to die in roughly the past year. Then it says Captain Brian, and we actually covered this one, Brian Burgo, commander of SEAL Team 8, died on December 4th, 2021 after falling during a helicopter road training event in Virginia. So, just sad news in the SEAL community. Rest well to him and prayers to his family.
Yeah, man. That's this one seems to be suicidal though. Seemed to be anyway. Said no foul play. Didn't it say no foul play?
Yeah, but it don't say nothing about
it didn't say suicide. No, it didn't say. But it said don't seem to be no foul play. That kind of.
Yeah, but we don't want to.
We don't know.
It could have been natural causes or something, man. You don't want to just throw suicide on.
Well,
somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
like for real, that's we could look.
Play is not. Okay.
Yeah, we could look up more than that because I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't it. We don't know. We really don't know. I'm gonna just say that. We don't. Yeah, we don't know.
But it is alarming to be two SEAL commanders that died in the past year, though. So that's something to think about. Regardless in the SEAL community, man, that's a lot, man. We talking about commanders too. You probably don't have a lot of them. You know what I mean? I don't know how many commanders of a team that you have and how many teams it is off the top of my head, but you probably don't have a whole lot. So that's a big deal, man. SEAL commanders, not shots out, but condolences to the family, things like that, man. Some sad news, especially I think it was like December the 22nd or something like that.
Yeah, December
right before
21st.
Christmas, right before in the holidays. So that's something now that the family probably be thinking about every holiday from now on the rest of their lives, man. You know?
Yeah, man. You stay connected to those things, man. Like, it's crazy sad, man. You stay connected to all of that. You lose a family member on a day like that, and you just can't etch it out of your head.
Most definitely, man.
You know? Let's run through these nav admins real quick.
Okay.
Like, just real quick. We're not going to spend too much time on them. It's the end of the year. We want to talk about some end of the year stuff before we get out of here. And we don't want to be here too long, but we definitely want to kind of run through these nav admins real quick. The first one is the senior enlisted advancement to position selection board round 2 results. Everybody that made it there, shout out to y'all. You know, good luck, man.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah. All y'all, everybody that made it, y'all all going to the Ford, man. So good luck on the Ford. You got some
Shouts
people
out to my guy, man. I got one Cliff, man. Shouts out to him, man. He picked it up.
Clifford Lorenz.
Yep, Lorenz. He picked it up, man. So big shouts out to
engineer.
him, man. Going to the Starrett. Yep.
Damn, is he the only engineer on the list? Well, shout out. You got some MMs down there too. Okay, I see. Yeah, shout out to all of them. They most of everybody going to a carrier. Mostly everybody on there going to a carrier. The Ford, George Washington. Mostly you got a couple DDGs in there, but mostly everybody going to a carrier. The Vincent. So shout out to all of them, man. Good stuff, man. Good luck out there. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. All right, what's this next one? The uniform policy update. The biggest thing for me that stood out before you get into it, the biggest thing for me that stood out with the policy was the earrings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's the deal with those?
Give me 1 second. That's the only one I didn't have.
For real?
Go ahead, bro.
All right, so the girls could wear, they could wear diamond earrings now, man.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Well, the ladies, let me say the ladies, the women.
Ladies, yeah. Was that they can wear the diamond earring also on top of that? Normally it used to be like the E60 below wear the silver and then, the officers in khakis wear the gold. Now it's either way. Right? They can wear the earrings. So that's another big thing I saw in there.
Yeah, so responsibly, I'll read it real quick. Effective immediately, female sellers are authorized for optional wear of silver, white, gold, yellow gold, white pearl, and colorless diamond stud type earrings with all Navy uniforms. Earring manner of wear and authorized size while in uniform, 4 to 6 mil or 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch will remain the same in line with reference A, which was the other uniform stuff. Commanding officers may restrict the wear of earrings if determined to present foreign object debris hazard. Boom. So we give, again, it's a Navy, it's a NAVADMIN, man. Like, yo, you could wear earrings and then your commander officer could be like, no.
Yeah. You always put that little hashtag in there, man.
You can wear what you want. The commanding officer's got an option to be like, nah, that's foreign object debris hazard. You know what I'm saying?
Little hashtag.
Anything else from that stood out? You said you didn't read the uniform, NAVADMIN, man?
Yeah, I read it real quick, man, but I didn't go through the whole thing. I just read about the highlights, man. With the earrings, with the highlights were for me too.
Yeah. The cold weather parker, optionally worn in type 3s, when ashore and non-operational, non-industrial environments. Some more stuff about dinner dress, blue and white jacket, PT suit, the supply chain issues in producing reflective piping, an alternate design fitness suit without reflective piping is authorized for wear. So you got that one. Navy Security Force ID badge, some stuff on there. NSF qualification breast insignia. Just check this one out. The big one was the earrings, really. That was the big one that everybody was talking about. There's some more stuff on here. We don't got to get too deep into it. Like I said, we just breezing through.
Yeah.
High year tenure plus, man.
Yeah, man. That high year tenure policy, with exception of command master chiefs and command senior chiefs. Yeah, man. The only thing that sticks out to me on this NAVADMIN was the fact that you can extend your higher tenure while at your same command that you're at right now, if that ability exists, right? So that was a big thing for me. So I can be on shore duty like right now for 3 years. I go into my higher tenure and I can do another, 2 years or whatever if that ability's there, which is going to be there because I'm feeling it right now. That was kind of a big deal for me in there. But real quick though, the NAVADMIN say it's possible to extend at your current command, which I was talking about, to complete a full tour there if the valid ability exists. That's kind of crazy. crazy to me. It said if you are E5 sailor approaching your higher tenure threshold of 16 years, this pilot not only allows you to continue your naval career and potential advancement to the next rank, it provides a path to you to become eligible for retirement. It also cases sailors must be recommended for retention by their commanding officer on their most recent evaluation. And I'm gonna go ahead and read those, man. I think this is real important.
Yeah, this is important, man. This all important. This whole NAVADMIN is like very important, especially to our listeners. Like,
in order to facilitate this pilot program, all active duty and Tory enlisted higher tenure dates occurring between 1 March 23 and 30 September 24 are hereby suspended, with the exception of, like I said, Command Master Chief, Command Senior Chief, and Nuclear Training Master Chiefs. Higher tenure plus eligible active duty and Tory sailors with the higher tenure date is that time frame will no longer be involuntary separated or involuntary separated or involuntary transferred to the Fleet Reserve due to reaching higher tenure as prescribed in reference. Now, that's kind of affects me a little bit. It ain't going to be automatic because my higher tenure coming up. You know what I mean? So I thought about that a little bit too. The decision remains on active duty beyond the normal end of active obligated service. It's voluntary and will not require the submission of higher tenure waiver. Requests. Sailors who otherwise would have reached higher tenure between 1 March 23 and 30 September 24, but opt to transfer to Fleet Reserve or separated at their AOS will deem a voluntary separation. Higher tenure plus eligible sailors who are approved by higher tenure based separation or retirement on or before 28 February 23 may opt into higher tenure plus pilot anytime prior to their separation or retirement date. In all cases, the request must be received by My Navy Career Center prior to separation date. If satisfied to continue on their current path, separating or retirement sailors may execute higher tenure based separation or retirement orders effective on or before 28 February 23. As involuntary separation without any additional actions required based on NAVADMIN in order to opt into the higher tenure plus pilot, right? Those with approved Fleet Reserve retirement must create a Fleet Reserve retirement cancellation request via Navy Standard Integrated Personal System Retirement and Separation cited in NAVADMIN. Those with approved higher tenure-based separation must submit a special request authorization to their commanding officer requesting to opt into the higher tenure plus pilot program. In both cases, it is imperative that command, pay, and personnel administrators submit the request to cancel separation retirement to Transaction Service Center, Norfolk, prior to separation retirement date. This will ensure cancellation of the transaction to avoid separating the member who wants to stay Navy. Now, with that being, I think the next one go into reserve. But with that being said, if you already got your retirement stuff in, man, you have to go back in and submit it. What I'm reading is you got to go back in, cancel that, and rewrite. Send another one to something like Virginia to get it corrected on what you want to do moving forward. That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, it's crazy. So E5s could retire again. I had like 4 conversations about that in the last like 3 weeks before this came out. So it's an opportunity for E5s to be able to retire again.
Yeah, so I looked at that, man, and I think I need a little bit more clarification, right? Because I say that and I read it just like you read it. And it said that make them eligible to retire, right? But retirement is at 16, right? So what is it saying? I guess it says if you are E5 and you select to do a 4-year billet, I guess you can retire at 20 then, right? Because it's saying that you can do a full tour. So is that how you're reading it? Because a full tour, because if you go out there and do
you just confused me because you said retirement is at 16 and I'm confused about what you
the
mean
higher tenure for, my bad, higher tenure for E5 is what? 16.
But now they could retire, so that means they could do 20.
That's what I'm saying. But I guess you got to do that for a tour. I guess you got to say you're doing a full 4-year tour. Because it didn't explain. It didn't say you can. It didn't say you can re-enlist for 4 more years. It just said you can do a tour, I guess. I mean, it didn't say you can re-enlist or anything like that. It's just saying you can go past your higher tenure.
Uh-huh.
Right? So that higher tenure meaning you got to pick a billet and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, most likely, yeah. That's probably what it is. That's probably the case. I mean, we probably got to get more information when it come to that. When it come to that, I'm assuming you talk about somebody that's very close to 16.
Yeah, very close to 16,
and they only chance they got is like looking at another, set of orders, stuff like
That's good for them though, man. That's good for them. It's some great sailors out there that just can't, get over the hump, man. So that's good for them, man.
Yeah. There's a couple sellers out there that's been talking shit about the Navy and how they can't wait to get out and boom, boom, boom. And now this came out. You about to hear them singing a whole different tone. Yeah, man.
Well,
it is what it is, but
I guess I'll go ahead and
Oh, you staying there? I was looking at the options out there. They got child blade COVID. Yeah, since COVID, man, like things just, I'm gonna just go ahead and see what this new pilot program about, man. Y'all better stop talking.
But you gotta think about this shit though, man.
Too fast.
I'm thinking about this. Like, if I'm at my higher tenure, right, and I stay here, I'm on shore duty right now, bro. Right now. I just put a chit in and requested, for my higher tenure, and it got approved. Right, this was before this, right, and I stay there. And then I said, you know what? Let me do 2 more years here while I'm on shore duty.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that'd be 6 years, 7 years of shore duty.
Mm-hmm.
And it's telling me I can do that. That's crazy. It's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully we get even more information about this.
Yeah, we need a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, we need people, man.
Right.
Yeah, we need people. So, I mean, you could get a 10 on your ASVAB or something like that now and everything else there. So we need people. So that is what it is. And speaking of needing people,
most definitely.
That brings us right into this whole every seller is a recruiter. So advancement points. All right. And that's just, simply, the goal of this program is to have sellers share their experiences in the Navy with others who could benefit from what the Navy has to offer. Every seller is an ambassador of the Navy, right? The purpose of the NAVADMIN is to provide information to solicit interest in the Navy's recruiting referral program. So it's a recruiting referral program, and the name of it is Every Seller is a Recruiter, right? Mm-hmm. And basically, if you meet someone you believe is a good fit for our Navy, text FLOC, FLOC, to 764-764. Doing so will link you to a survey page where you could provide their name and contract information, which will allow a recruiter to engage with them, right? In order to incentivize sellers to assist in this effort, CNRC has authorized, guess what? FLOC. Maximum of 2 for any seller who provides a referral that ultimately leads to a future seller contract. These FLOCs are worth 1 point each towards advancement and can make all the difference when final multiple scores are calculated. So for that seller from the last episode that needed them 2 points, man, like if this program would have helped you out. Unfortunately, it wasn't, here when you had to forge that now. But man, like I never seen something so like blatant like about like what you doing it for. Like, yo, FLOC. Yeah. Like text FLOC to this number.
Dude, that was so funny to me, man. When I see the text FLOC, man, I just like the little thing they be hitting me up, and say, hey, text this, text FLOC into this or whatever. Like, the things you call on the TV. Hey, you want this? Just text, some CM something, whatever to it, and then it hit you back on your phone and say, okay, then want all your damn information. But
I normally got to text stop to those people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
It's a line item on here or a number on here. Let me say that, number 5. It says the Navy saw something in you. When you see those same traits in others, share your positive experiences. What's your thoughts on? Because I'm ready to tear that statement down. Like, what's your thoughts on that, man? The Navy saw something in you. So when you, matter of fact, let's kind of bust it down. When you joined the Navy, right? How old were you when you joined the Navy?
17.
All right, you were 17, right?
Yeah.
How'd you join? You said a recruiter came?
Yeah. Well, I kind of already knew I was going to go because my older brother had went, before. So, which I didn't have a lot of details about it, but I just knew I can go out and have my own money. I ain't have to worry about no college. I wasn't going to school. I wouldn't worry about none of that stuff. So
Yeah.
I felt like that was the best way to go. And this not even having a whole lot of information from my older brother. I just knew he went, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't have a whole lot of information from him about it. And then, but I always kind of knew, I always said that a lot too when I was younger, in like high school and stuff. Say, yeah, I'm going to go to the Navy, blah, blah. So I always said that. Then the recruiter showed up. I think we had the thing they have at the school, career day or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like, I think my first time.
TAPS. It's called TAPS. TGPS, man.
So he came and we, exchanged it. But once you give him that information, saying
so you gave the recruiter
it,
your math.
Yeah.
All right. So, and why? Yeah. Like, what did the recruiter see in you? Like, what
the recruiter ain't see nothing in me, man. To be honest with you, recruiter saw. The only thing the recruiter saw was my score, man. He wanted to see what I made on the ASVAB, and then actually, I haven't took the ASVAB yet. When I said that, when we had it, when I went to the event. So first thing he told me, well, when you guys taking the ASVAB coming up, because it was mandatory for us. It was mandatory to take the ASVAB as a junior in my high school. Whole school took it automatically, right? So first thing he said to me, he didn't see shit in me. The first thing he seen in me, I guess he knew I wanted to join.
Yeah. And
then the second thing was your ASVAB score.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he really didn't even talk to me no more until that ASVAB score, came out or whatever.
So I got a question for the listeners, right? This is my question. What did the Navy see in you? Y'all can hit us back, email, whatever. What did the Navy see in you?
I'm going to tell you what it is. It's that score.
I'm going to ask that question. Look, I don't mean after you got to your command, your great first class LPO, your great chief, your great whoever it was, saw something in you, saw you was a good worker, saw that you had a good personality, good spirit. I ain't talking about when you was in boot camp, A school, or nothing. I'm talking about for you to join and be recruited. What was it? What glaring trait of yours did the Navy know about you that they saw in you that felt like it would help build the Navy team as a whole? What did they see in you? Please let us know. Because I cannot put a finger on what the Navy saw in me. I don't know why that person wrote that statement. I don't know why that's in there.
That was one of those statements in there, like we saying that you're in the Navy. So why did it's too broad, man.
Yeah.
They want you to feel like you are a part of this.
Yeah. I walked into that office,
bringing new
bro.
sailors in.
Yeah. I walked into the office, yo. I didn't get recruited. Like nobody found me. I walked up in there. Some of y'all was jail of the Navy. We talked about that. Some of y'all was jail of the Navy. Navy ain't see nothing in me. I walked right up in that joint. I mean, now they ain't turned me away.
How about one of those sailors holler at us too? Like what they saw in you. You was in the jail of the Navy. So what did they see in you?
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Speaking on jail of the Navy. Like, yo, hey, somebody called. Like, hey, look, we got this guy. He just stole some such and such from such and such. He a good dude though. Like, I'm gonna send you a couple like videos of this dude. Like it's a reality show contestant or something. I'm gonna show you. Like, nah. And the Navy like, yeah, send them over here. Like, no, it don't work like that. But speaking on people reaching out, we got an email from a listener, and I want to read it because it clarifies some of the questions that we asked. I leave his name out, right? But he said, I heard your most recent podcast where you were asking the audience about boot camp showers this current day. He says, well, I recently graduated from RTC in September. So I could talk about how the experience is right now. Every recruit gets 3 standard size, he said, about 25 by 45 white towels and 2 blue tiny towel rags. It's no bar soap. Every recruit is given a bottle of liquid soap. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked if you was just using your hands. It says liquid soap and shampoo, the same brand sold at the next. We pull all the bottles together and stow in a metal cabinet located in the head. That couldn't happen on my first ship, pulling bottles together, man.
Nah.
Some people be running off, but that's all the same soap, so I guess it don't matter. It said, before we ran out of soap, recruits would volunteer to purchase bottles to restock the division throughout the next runs that we were allowed by our RDCs. I think we had 3 or 4 next runs during our 10-week boot camp. Damn, I wonder how many next runs we had.
We had a couple. I can't remember though.
Yeah. Then he talked about some personal stuff, and he said like everybody was using his stuff, but I ain't gonna read that on here. But he was talking about like everybody was using his stuff. Hopefully I asked him, I'm trying to talk to him. I'm trying to see what that boot camp experience is like. So hopefully we get him on here. He's still in A school. So after A school, we're going to get him on here and talk to him.
Most definitely want to see what that boot camp like.
Yeah. Look, man, I was looking for orders, man. I was looking for orders. It was only two like billets. Like it's only 2 billets. Like I don't understand what's going on. Like it's only 2 billets.
Which two was it?
One was in Japan and one was in Cali. I would choose the Cali, but there's only 2 billets. Like what are we doing? Like what? Like this is just weird. Like how many EM senior chiefs is it? Like, and then you can only pick. Like looking at my Navy assignments to say you can only pick like your rank, right? So like it said like no one up, no one down, but it's only 2 billets. Like what's going on? Like how we saying it ain't enough people? I don't know. That's a whole diatribe, whatever. So off of that, quick question. Before we get into these things, I was just thinking about this earlier. What's your normal temperament, bro? So I'll say this. I'll give you mine just so you get an idea of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I play dumb a lot. Like I play dumb. Like I don't come across. I try my best not to come across as like the smartest person in the room, right? So I dumb it down a lot, right? And it's a whole lot more explaining, but I ain't about to do that right now. But I dumb it down a whole lot. I don't. Act as aware or as witty as I believe that I am. So that's like my normal kind of temperament and personality as I play dumb a whole lot.
Yeah. So I think mine is, man, like I never think nothing is bad as it is. Right? Like you could come up to me and you could be like I'm always trying to figure out what you did to this situation. If I'm saying it right, like if my kid come tell me and said, "Hey, my teacher gave me a bad grade on the first day," I'm gonna say, "Did you study? What did you do? Like, did you turn your work in? You got an F in this grade.
Mm-hmm.
What did you do? Did you know what I'm saying?" And then, for example, if something bad happens, like say in division, somebody come tell me something in division, I'm trying to figure it out instead of saying like, it's like, man, this is like huge deal to this person. And I'm always trying to look into it as, oh no, it ain't that bad, man. We can do this, we can do that. You know what I mean?
But
kind of like in denial of it being this big ass, deal.
But that's like reactive though. Basically what you're saying, like something has to happen for you to do that. Like when you walk in a room, like the moment I walk in a room, I'm playing dumb. Like we're, just to kind of like minimize that thing. Like nothing have to happen and it's not a response. Like it's just a part of like my personality. Like I don't play to like, some of my strengths sometimes, right? I just can't go in and I don't want to like, it's a lot of reasons why I ain't getting into it. We'll get into it some other episodes, right? That's what I mean. Like when you go in, like what's your normal kind of thing?
I guess my normal thing is I guess I don't know, man. I'm trying to now think. I was thinking of the denial side of it. Yeah. Like I'm always like,
yeah. Well, I'll dig deeper. Okay. And maybe that'll help you. Because my next question was, what's your defense mechanism? Because now my defense mechanism is I am. Damn, I had a word for it, and I wish I would have wrote it down. But all that playing dumb shit stops. Like that's like my defense mechanism is that I could be a fucking like an asshole. I had a better word for it. It wasn't asshole, but my defense mechanism is the complete opposite of like playing dumb. Like it could be condescending. It could be, if we really, and it takes a lot now to hit that switch. Like I don't really hit that switch often, but if I do, I flare up really fast. It's like a real quick, moment and it's over. But that's like, if I feel attacked, like that's my way to like, bite back or whatever. My way to bite back is from a very aggressive, like manner. I wish I had the word for it because I'm not using the right word. or whatever. But you gonna feel like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
If you attack, if I feel attacked, you're going to feel like I'm not stopping until you feel like a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just my, you know.
I think my normal temperament, I mean, I guess when I come in a room, it'd be like, it's like everything is great temperament. Like I'm smiling, I'm happy, I'm blah blah. Like I'm like smiling, giving everybody a warm feeling of the room. Or when I come in, like everything is going good. My defense mechanism, you don't see those smiles. You don't see nothing, and I'm defensive about like everything. I can get real like defensive. Like every time you like say something, I'm asking why. Normally I can kind of like go with the flow and smiling, but if
you feel attacked, what about when you feel attacked? You asking why?
Well, I'm asking every question, right? Normally I can just go with the flow, but now since I'm being attacked, I'm asking every damn thing. I want to know exactly what's going on and how it's going on, and how we're helping, and how we this and why, when, what. I'm asking everything.
Is it like aggressive or is it passive aggressive?
Yeah, it's aggressive.
It's aggressive.
Yes. I'm very aggressive. Like I remember, I don't know if you remember this time, man. We was talking about some sailors on the ship, and we was talking about how we was gonna fix something, and one guy in the I don't want to say it, but one guy in the mess was more like, we really don't have to do anything, and it's kind of like play itself out.
Yeah.
Right. And I remember getting so mad about that. Like I remember like getting like, that's what we do all the time. That's why they don't want to listen to. That's why they don't want to do that. We just sit back and just watch it.
Yeah.
Let's go out and get ahead of this. Let's be proactive. Let's go do something about it. I can get like very aggressive when I feel like it ain't my way, but if I feel like it ain't going how it should go, I can get very defensive. But normally though, like normal temperament, I'm smiling. I'm like, okay, I'm just chilling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I say all that because I want to do better with my my defense mechanism, next year. Since we on a new year, why not have some kind of, I don't do it a lot though. It takes a lot. Like it takes a whole lot for you to see like that. Like I've probably done it like twice in the last 4 years or something. Like it really takes a lot, but I don't want to do it at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that mode. And it also for me though, it could happen really fast. Like it could that switch is like a real, like it's surprising too. Like people be surprised. It's like, but it's like, you don't know how much, like since I already kind of like played dumb or whatever, it's like, you don't know how much I had to endure your bullshit for the last, what's the name? Now I'm on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Hey, look, no shit, man. It happened to me too, man. Cause like I am, man. I'm like laughing and ha ha he he. And I'm trying to get my point across to everybody. But somebody always got this little joke to say while I'm trying to get this point across.
Yeah.
And I had to say, hey man, stop and let me finish what I got to say. You know what I mean? I had to say that. And then you can tell the whole environment around kind of like stop then. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. Was I there?
Normally I'm like, huh? No, this
was out.
No, this is here. This is
no joke.
Yeah, I mean, I had to say that, like, stop, man. Let me finish what I got to say.
Yeah.
And then I finish it, but then you can tell though, everything kind of like, oh shit, type feeling.
I'm from around the way. Like
don't get it twisted.
I'm leaving.
Don't get it twisted.
I'm
don't
leaving.
Let this laughter. Don't let this. Don't get confused. As I say, confused.
Yeah. This crazy. I'm reading. So we're not reviewing no books, but I'm reading a book right now about civil rights. I'll review it at some other point. It's just kind of tying the civil rights movement with like real war tactics and like saying the civil rights movement was a war. With strategy, planning, and everything, just like how a war would be. And it's kind of making like a side-by-side comparison. And I'm at the tearjerker part of the movement, of course, where like Martin Luther King is assassinated. And it's like the story, like, I always feel weird when I like learn about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. because some of these things I believe I've learned as a kid, and I probably just forgot it like through life or minimized it. But like, when he got shot, and I don't even know why I just thought of this, but like I just got from the part when he got shot and it took his whole chin off. His whole chin was off. Like the dudes that was standing over him said they could see through from his mouth through his neck, and like, sorry, y'all, I should have said, like gore warning or something. And like his flesh was on the ceiling of the balcony, bro. You know what I mean? Like they found flesh on the ceiling of a box. But that's like where, and I'm like, man, this is, and I was on my way to the gym in the morning. I stopped it right there. I'm like, yo, this is about to get very sad. You know what I mean? But when after like next year, I'll come in and I'll review that book. It's a really good book. And it's a good concept to it too, side by side and with the civil rights movement. And he actually said he called that America's greatest war or whatever. When it came to strategy and tactics, it's like nonviolent, like a bunch of, not nonviolent stuff. I might be on my same like vibe after the Steve Jobs book where I might dig into Martin Luther King about 6 more books. You know what I'm saying? But
you know what, man?
Some good stuff. What's up?
You brought up that, man. Yesterday, man. This you brought that up, man. I was just thinking yesterday. I was walking yesterday, my little mile walk, man, and something just hit me, man. Like sometimes when I think about like racism, and I think about stuff, man, people always say, you didn't have to deal with that. You didn't have to deal with the racism. You didn't have to deal with all this stuff, right? And I thought about it for a minute, man. I said to myself, my grandmother was born in 1923.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised by my grandma most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is like, I'm not talking about great grandmothers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm talking about my grandmother was born in 1923. The stuff she had to endure. This ain't no like generations. And people be thinking like, oh, there's generations and generations away from you. This is my grandmother, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the things she had to endure in her life growing up in the 30s and 40s and 50s in Mississippi. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know why I was just thinking about that. You know what I mean? Of course, yes, I have personally haven't been tied up or haven't been this, but what my grandma probably saw in her time frame, man, it's crazy. Yeah. But I was just thinking, man, that was just something I was just thinking about while I was walking yesterday, man.
Yeah. And another crazy thing, we ain't gonna, like you just said, is that, social media, we start to take things for granted, like, in the world we live in now. And, because a lot of these things were allowed to happen for so long because it wasn't really TV or social media and things like that. Like, it's not like, I don't want to like right now put and say anybody was evil or nothing like that in those periods of time. But like this message wasn't getting out to like everybody, right? And I'm not trying to justify anything either, but like a lot of the stuff that was happening in the Deep South, like in this book that I was just reading, it said like most of the like, and I don't know if this was a justification, but it said a lot of people didn't really know as far as visually like how bad things were until TVs became more popular, technology. You know what I mean? Like, and then even with social media, because it said like a lot of people never even saw Dr. King until the Washington March. That's when like on a national level, like people actually got to see him and see what they were about. They were saying like, and somebody in the movement was saying like, if we had TVs 60 years ago, maybe the lynchings would have stopped. Or we, something like that. If we could get this message out to like a wider, audience. And that's why, we come in here, we laugh, we joke, but then it's also responsibility in this technology, responsibility in having an audience and responsibility in these communications. Right. So every now and then after we stop, laughing or we stop having witty banter, it's real shit that's going on in our military and in our world that we have to, talk about. You know what I mean? It's some real stuff going on.
You're right, though. There's social media stuff, man. Like right now, it seems like every time I turn on the TV, every time I do anything, I'm learning something new. That's why a lot of this stuff keep coming up. People like, well, why you still talking about this? Because you're learning stuff now every day. You're learning something new or whatever the case may be because of social media.
Yeah. And that's a whole deep, that's a whole, like definitely. That whole fight, that whole Civil War, that whole fight for justice and stuff. That's a really like deep conversation and deep path to go down.
Most definitely. I'm with you on that.
Year-end wrap-up, man. Year-end wrap-up. How was so we ain't gonna go too crazy with this. Well, you got 3 movies, top 3 movies?
My top 3 movies, man. I'm gonna say Black Panther for one of them, man, and And the reason why I'm gonna say it because it was Black Panther, man. Not because I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. Like I'm gonna be real. I wasn't big on the storyline as much as a lot of people. And then you start reading more about it, like who are these people and that people and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I like the movie though, right?
Yeah.
And man, dude,
Is Top Gun there?
I like Top Gun, man. I didn't write down my top 3, so I'm just going off the top
I ain't
of my
write
head.
down none of this shit. I ain't write down nothing.
So I will say Top Gun was up there, man, too. I like Top Gun. It was a good movie, man.
Mm-hmm.
And what else did I watch this year, man? That was pretty freaking good. I don't know, man. I got to think about it. Go ahead.
Who knows? I got none. I ain't, like I said, I ain't ready.
Okay.
Top 3 movie. I asked you, I put you on the spot, but I ain't ready. Yeah. I don't know, okay. Man. It's probably something that I don't remember, honestly.
Something you have to look back at.
Yeah. It might be that Will Smith movie. Yeah. Yeah, that was a joke.
I dare you, man.
Yeah,
Probably
was a joke.
You know what I mean?
I started it though. I did start it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I started the Will Smith movie. I just didn't finish it yet. What about TV though? You like TV?
Yeah, I watch a lot of TV, man.
So I got a couple.
I have to go back and look at that too, though.
I wrote these down though. So I got a couple. Reacher. No, not Reacher. Peacemaker. I like that. I liked Peacemaker. Like that was good. Yeah, with John Cena. Like I thought that was good. It's a reality show called My Mom, Your Dad. I thought that was okay. Euphoria season 2, of course, I thought was good. We just started watching a show called Hightown on Stars, which is good. The Righteous Gemstones, I just started watching that show. I really like it. It's funny. It's good. It's hard, man. We watch Wednesday. We kind of binge watch the Addams Family show Wednesday.
Yeah, I gotta watch that.
Me and Angeline, we watched that. It was decent. I'm realizing though, like, I'm into like the crime, the mystery crime thrillers. Like somebody died, and now this grizzled cop who had some bad luck or whatever is assigned to the case, and they reluctantly gotta like comb through the layers of this like meth infested like town and figure out who did some shit. Like that's like the perfect, perfect show.
I'm telling you, your shows, you probably watched this already. Then one of my favorites, like The Sinner.
Yo, I heard about it. Like I never sat with it. Like I never sat with The Sinner.
You're going to love it. It's a couple of them out now. You know what I mean? But the last one I binge watched it, man.
Yeah, season 3.
You're gonna love season 3. You're gonna love that shit, dude. It's just what you're talking about, detective type. He kind of office marvels a little bit.
Yeah, that's
perfect, bro.
Yeah, they the best shows.
So that's one of my favorites, man. I think it was 1883. I like those kind of movies too, like Western type shit. 1883, and Yellowstone. Man, I love Yellowstone.
I keep hearing about Yellowstone. I haven't read it, but I will say like books, right? So the most important book I read this year was Steve Jobs, right? That's easy. The most important book for my life I read was the Steve Jobs book. My second favorite book of the year is Front Burner, about the USS Cole, right? That was a good book. I think that was a good book for me to read. I think that was important for our podcast as well. But so those 2 books, Front Burner, Steve Jobs, really, really important. I'll give a book suggestion. Is The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. It's about stoicism and stoics and stuff like that. I'm not going to put that in as one of my favorite books, but it was good. But yeah, that's it for books, man. I got nothing really. Did I read the Will Smith book this year or last year? That was a good book. The Will Smith book was good. But yeah, man, that and then Michelle Obama's book, I haven't reviewed it yet, so I don't want to talk too much about it, but it was also good. But that Steve Jobs book kind of changed my life a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for me for books. Any Navy moments, NAVADMINs that stuck out this year? Like I said, this was like a filler year, man.
Yeah, man. I don't even what a year end, what it began and ended and all that shit, man. I have to think back, man. Like, if I had to think of one, I don't even know if it was this year or not, man. I think think it was last year, man. But
the Navy wild though, sneaking out all these NAVADMINs in December when we all celebrating and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I guess the biggest one of the year, we haven't even, the NAVADMIN came out, we haven't even happened yet, but is with the how they going to advance us now. I think that's a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The marketplace.
Is marketplace. I think that's a big NAVADMIN right there, man.
Yeah.
And
I
like
think this higher tenure
that one
joint
on us too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I think this higher tenure joint is
too.
a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm expecting to see something about COVID next year, real soon. I'm expecting to see something about COVID coming soon. Yeah, man, it's not much. I don't think it's much here, man. I don't think it's much here to go through. A lot of NAVADMINs this year, but last year I think we kind of went through them all and did like top 10s and stuff like that. But this year was just a kind of a filler year. I think the moment of the year in the Navy, outside of us losing people and those moments, because one of the biggest things that happened was these strings of suicides. These were suicides. Big, important stories, in the Navy, suicides that got us looking up different programs and different, ways to improve that. That happened. What's up?
I want to hit on that a little bit, man. The truth about it all, man, about the suicides and all that stuff, it hits me different now than it did before, right?
Uh-huh.
And the biggest reason for that is because of this podcast, man. And we actually talking about it. We always seen and heard, yeah, man, you heard this person on this ship had a suicide, blah, blah. But now, as we see it, because we looking at Military Times and we looking at Navy Times and we looking at all these different things now, that it's really be on my brain, man. When I hear and I see and we talking about it and stuff like that, it hits me different than it used to. Because I used to always just, okay, it was like a random, somebody said, yeah, man, I heard it was a suicide on USS blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And we just hear that in the P-way as we talking. So it didn't hit me as it hits me now and us going through it and talking about it all the time. I hate to be talking about it, to tell you the truth, but it hits me different now.
Yeah, man. And these are like sailors from the same commands. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the moment of the year, though, for the Navy probably was when McPa went to the ship. when the big PA went to the ship. I think that shit gonna live for a long time, man. The whole lower your standards conversation that was birthed from that visit. That shit is gonna
right?
Yeah, the expectations, the lower people still to this day, the new McPon, people lower your standards and boom, boom, boom.
But you know what's crazy about that whole conversation, man, is that if you just listen to that part of it, you would probably think just like how everybody else was thinking about it, right? But when I heard the entire thing and saw the whole thing, I kind of knew where he was trying to go with it. But it didn't matter, right? It's just that little piece where he said that was like, okay, I kind of feel what they're saying now. But at the same time, did you guys hear the whole conversation though? But the whole entire, you guys pay attention to the whole thing. But my biggest thing, my take from that whole thing with the Meg pun is though, I think you hit on this, is it probably wasn't a good time to go.
It's a lot to that conversation that I think could be really explored and dove deep in and stuff. But I ain't about to do it. But it's a lot to that conversation. A whole lot.
It's a new Meg pun. That's a new Meg pun.
On each side. Yeah, but I really think that was the moment. I give another shout out to my Navy HR again doing their thing. I give a demerit to a lot of these social media, just everything that got to do with the Navy on social media. It's good stuff, but then it's some real nasty stuff that I wish didn't exist at all. It's funny every time Navy Times make a post about them being reliable and stuff like that. Hey, where you going? You about to leave? I could go with you. We about to finish, yeah. But every time my Navy HR make a post or something, everybody, is in the comments nah, y'all suck. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of people with a whole lot of voices, and we knew how those voices were on a ship. Some people should not should not be talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now you get to see these people typing and more empowered to really say how they feel on Facebook. And it could be weird, man.
Yeah. I got this one more thing, man, I'm going to say before we wrap this up, man. And I was looking at our YouTube, man, and I saw that we had this certain number around by like 400 subscribers or something like that, man. I just want to say this to all my friends and family and everybody that's on my Facebook, everybody is on Instagram. I feel like it's no way that I'm at 400 subscribers, man. Like, for real. Like, this is real talk right now. I need everybody, go on freaking YouTube and freaking subscribe. On Facebook, share it, like it. Come on, man. Like, are we serious right now? Are we for real?
Right.
I'm like I don't know how many friends and family I got on my freaking Facebook, Instagram, and all this stuff. And I'm sitting here at freaking, 400 subscribers. Are you serious right now? It takes a click of a freaking mouse, to subscribe. Are we serious right now? Let's go. Come on. It's 2023 right here, man. Let's do this.
I want to personally thank all our YouTube subscribers that we do have for the support, the comments, and everything that y'all put in there. No, for real. I ain't even joking. The subscribers that we have, I want to appreciate them and thank them as well. I thank them for everything that they do. Come on, stop breathing on me, man. I thank them for everything that they do, and I appreciate them. And all our listeners, whether it's Apple, Spotify. We got people sending us emails. Next year, like we said last year, we said it's a lot of stuff in store. Next year, it's the same. And hopefully we continue to grow the same way that, we've grown in the last 2 years. We started with 1 subscriber. Now we up, close to 400 or whatever like that. And we'll continue to grow. So I do want to take the moment and appreciate that as well. But go ahead and sign up and subscribe.
Sign up, man. Sign up, man. Hey, 22, you know what I'm saying? We out of here in 22, man. 23, we looking forward to you, baby. We ready. We looking forward to you. 22, man, we gonna holler at y'all, man.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.